Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. Happy Valentine's Day. And, I hate to put a damper on a day of love, but I'm in a foul mood. And I was trying to debate whether I should save my rant for the beginning of the show or at the end of the show. And I think I'm just going to do it at the beginning of the show because I get it off my chest. And then we'll celebrate Valentine's Day, TC.
All right. Good idea.
In the studio with me, uninvited again, as always.
Always.
But Sensible Don's sidekick, Alex, is here.
Don's not here.
And Don's not here, so I guess that makes you my sidekick for the day.
Yes, yep, for the day, just the day.
And let's make him jealous.
Okay.
Let's make him jealous. Did I not give you a Valentine's Day gift, and Don didn't?
This is true, and yours is very nice.
Comes
and
in
I brought donuts for everyone.
And Alex brought donuts. So how do you like that, Sensible Don?
Where's my gift, Don?
What do you think, TC? He's supposed to be calling in again at 8:30. We'll ask him.
Okay.
We'll
I hope
ask
he's
him.
listening in on the TuneIn Radio app.
TuneIn Radio app. All right. I'm going to, and of course we have a, what's it called, a video cast here. And I just want to share this because I'm going to get this up because I don't want to forget anything. All right, here is I'm going to use a teleprompter, which is my iPhone. Because I don't want to forget about any of these things that I have a beef with. Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, I think you and I can both agree as you live your life and I live my life, we observe things on a daily basis on the world stage, the national stage, the local stage, and by living our own lives, our own personal lives, those that are around us, if you're married, our children, our moms or dads, boyfriends, girlfriends, our employers, our employees, our coworkers, our friends, our bosses. That is how we judge the world, is it not, Alex?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I am going to give you a view through my eyes right now of the world. I think America is headed off a cliff, not only because of Obama and the Democrats, but because of our lazy-ass, screwed-up population. Now, I just heard Michael Savage in a promo talk about the problem with inbreeding. And he's right, the inbreeding of liberals in this country. I mean, can you imagine all of the hippies from the 60s, how they have raised their kids to be, the government owes you this, the government owes you this is the way it ought to be. So I kind of like his idea. Conservatives breeding with the liberals maybe could save America.
Maybe.
But ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, I own a business. It's called a law office. I own some other businesses, but the business that pays my bills is my law firm. And trying to find lawyers that can work, trying to find staff members that can work. And let me tell you something, folks. If you're somebody out there right now unemployed or looking for a job and listening to me, I know what you're saying. Oh, Bulldog, hire me. I'm a hard worker. Yeah, crap. Because everybody I hire has said that. Everybody claims that they're the hardest working. Everybody claims they got the talent. Now, my staff, and this isn't just me speaking, I have, and I tease them when I call them battle axe, because when you think of a battle axe, you think of tough, right?
Yeah.
And they don't like being called battle axes, Loretta and Maria.
Aww.
But Loretta and Maria are the two you couldn't find better employees than Loretta and Maria. They know the law. They know how to be legal secretaries. They're conscientious. They go home worried about stuff. They come in working hard. They give a damn. They'll work late if something needs to be done. They are remarkable. And we've grabbed another one. It looks like Mona is going to be good. And we lost somebody due to illness, okay? So we had to replace this person. And I listened to Maria for the first time on hiring, and I hired somebody with legal experience. Eric, you got to find somebody with legal experience that has somebody without legal experience. So in comes this gal who, guess what? To my shock, because not only do I have to like them, the other girls in the office got to like them. Right, TC? Because if the other girls don't like them,
No
it's
one's
trouble.
happy, yeah.
So guess what? The girls loved her.
Oh, great.
She worked on Thursday. She worked on Friday. She asked if she could come in the weekend. I said, she came in yesterday at 6 a.m.
Wow.
I meet with her. I give her a box of work. I said, here, you work on this. I get a text message on the way back to the office. She was overwhelmed and quit.
Wow.
Overwhelmed about what? Doing some typing?
You can stress people out, Bulldog.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what the world is filled. Okay, and then I got lawyers, right? I have lawyers who I've hired that are in their 50s. Have you ever heard of this firm called Frost Brown Todd?
Yes.
One of the biggest law firms in town, right?
Yes.
Well, I have 2 of their alumni who I've tried to work out, and they both suck.
Ooh.
Now, you would think that if you got somebody who worked at Frost, Brown, and Todd who's in their 50s, they'd be a hardworking, smart, dependable, you could count on them lawyer.
You'd think.
No. Now, I have some stars, and I'm going to name them by name.
Okay.
I like to give them credit. Stephanie Collins, who works in my office, she's the only one that does what I tell her to do. She will let me know what happens in a deposition, what happens at court. She will give me an update as we go because they're helping me. I mean, I'm in charge of everything.
I worked with her over the summer. I liked her a lot.
And I stressed to my clients that, hey, these people are like nurses. They're helping me out, but I'm the doctor. You know what I mean? And if I ask for an update on the cases she's working in, she gives it to me. Jim Moore is a star. He does my employment work. You worked with her a little bit, him a little bit over in Florence office too. Good guy. Works hard. He's dependable and accountable. Charlie Lester, dependable and accountable. But I'm telling you right now, it is incredible trying to find. Because let me tell you, folks, Americans collectively, and those of you that work really hard like me, hey, man, we are the minority because I'll guarantee as you're driving down the road right now, you're nodding your head because you know coworkers. And don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of people out there like me, but we are a dying breed because Americans are lazy. They're dependent. We have a society, and by the way, one of my wife's causes, she's on the board of the Grateful Life, and I get it, and I'm all for that. You know, Whitney Houston, you know, tragic. I am all for that. I am all for helping out the dependent people in society, give them love, give them an affection. But you know what? It still doesn't change the fact we have too many addicts in our society. They're dependent upon illegal drugs, alcohol, prescription drug pills, which is the biggest problem. And guess what? It isn't just the little kids on the other side of the railroad tracks. It's the rich kids who go into mommy's and daddy's medicine cabinet and get the Adderall, the Xanax, the Percocet, and all the pain medicine and depression medicine that mommy and daddy's got to take. Is there anybody in America besides me that isn't on medication? Is there? Alex, I'll bet you're on medication already.
I'm not on any medication.
I'll bet you TC's not on any medication.
Vitamins.
There you go, vitamins.
Take a multivitamin.
Let me tell you what else we have in our society. We got con jobs. We got people. I fired another staff member last night who will remain nameless. But you know why I fired them?
Why?
They're a fraud.
Ooh.
They kept telling me something. And I said, well, about this person, okay? And I said, well, I need to talk to that person. Months and months go by. I haven't talked to this person that I need to talk to. Finally, I said, if that person doesn't call me today, you're fired. They said, I don't like to be threatened. I said, you're fired.
Oh, wow. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Now, those of you that
He's got the day off now.
Those of you that think that I've just painted a picture that I'm tough to work with, no. You talk to Maria, you talk to Loretta, you talk to Chuck, you talk to any of the people that work for me that are good hard workers, they love it. I'm good to them. I care. I give a damn. If they got to leave early because of a child issue, I understand. If they got to go to the dentist because they need something work done, I understand. I'm a great employer. Is it too much to expect, America, that your employees work hard? Is it too much? Am I asking a question? Is it too much to ask America?
It's not too much.
I mean, that's all I got to ask. Now I got more. Why do people have to drive so slow?
Oh
Just
God,
because the roads are wet. Ugh. It's not ice, folks. It's rain, Alex.
Driving
it's
me
rain.
nuts this morning.
Okay, here's some more pet peeves of mine. That's why I'm going to have a cardiac. This day and age, how can anybody not have voicemail? I've heard these lawyers that are in their 50s and 60s. Well, we like the personal touch. The personal touch means I can leave you a voicemail and tell you what I need. There's people out there, like Maria, who I've been on, like green on grass. They don't text. How can anybody not text? It's 2012. My dad's 82. He doesn't have to text. If you're under 81,
yes,
you got to learn how to text.
Agreed.
81 and under, you better learn how to text.
My mom can text, and she's 60.
Here's the other thing is people not responding to texts and phone calls and emails. If somebody calls me, I place this burden on me. And to be honest with you, I need to change it to 24 hours to 48 hours. People say, dog, I sent you an email and you didn't respond in 24 hours. I'm like, holy crap. All right, I'll respond tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, it's Valentine's Day. When we come back, we'll get back in the mood. I love all of you. I really do. On Real Talk 1160.
Simon Kenton hosts Cubcap tonight. Steve Jarnicki has the pregame starting at 7:06. Tip-off at 7:30. Right here at Real Talk 1160. And now back to the Bulldog.
Keep that song going. I need that primal scream that Robert Plant gives us. Keep it going. Oh, keep it going. Get it out, Eric. Get it out, Eric. Oh, yes. Happy Valentine's Day, TC.
Well, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
I want everybody to know I'm going to make the grand announcement. Well, first of all, tonight, down at Tickets from 7 o'clock, and I'm being totally serious because TC, of course, never shows up. Sensible Don's in Florida. The two fat guys are too chicken to come because they're worried about their wives will think. My wife is totally cool with it. By the way, my wife will not be there. This is hilarious. Last night, my wife goes, I'm not going to introduce you at your show. Because I put that on my newsletter yesterday. My wife's going to be there. Because I know she reads it, I just try to make sure she's reading it. She goes, I'm not going to introduce you to the show. I said, I know you're not. She goes, how come you lied to everybody? I said, I'm just having fun. So anyway, my wife will not be at my show.
I came to your last show.
I know you coming to this show?
I don't know.
Spencer, you got special plans?
We had our special plans last night.
By the way, just so you know, if anybody's out there thinking, oh, Eric might be fooling around with this attractive young woman in his studio. Trust me, Alex, when you have people assume that, don't they? If a guy goes out to lunch with a woman, they think something ain't big. I want everybody to know this young lady is betrothed to a guy named Spencer, who she's dated to how long?
10 years.
10 years.
Whoa.
10 years.
Seriously,
Wow.
I've had female friends says, he's Alex. But she's 10 years she's dated Spencer.
Yep.
And then Sensible Don's got seconds if her and Spencer break up. But anyway.
You can all take tickets.
But anyway.
Stand in line.
Anyway, the bottom line is that I would appreciate if Spencer does anything special, you'll stop down. But I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to be great. It's Bulldog Raw, which basically means I can drop those 7 words that you're not allowed to use on the radio. And I might do a 2-hour show tonight. I have so much fun material.
Wow.
And I'm telling you right now, you're going to laugh. Belly laugh down at Tickets. The show begins at 7 o'clock, and I might do a 2-hour show. Some comedians can only do 20-minute shows, 30-minute shows, 40. I could go 2 hours tonight. I got that much material.
That's a lot of comedy.
But anyway, I just want to tell everybody that I am happily married. Thank God. I could not do what I do if I wasn't happily married. I couldn't imagine coming home to hell. Or being single. I don't know how single. I'm 48 years old, and I got clients who are divorced, and they're out there in the single world, and I hear the stories. How the hell, if you're a man or a woman, TC, maybe you can help us, 48 years old, how you find a woman or a man that is not completely damaged goods?
Yeah, online dating.
no,
It's got to be luck. It's got to be luck.
They're not all completely damaged.
Well, I know
but
they're
you have
not,
to-
but it's hard.
But
They've
you
got
do have
some
to
baggage,
wonder.
but you love them for the baggage.
And you do have to wonder too. Is it,
I don't want
you
the
know,
baggage.
Are you weird like me? And do you have the same issues that I have? That kind of thing.
Let me
you know?
tell you what I've been hearing. I've been hearing from my friends who are single that the first date is always great because they lie like hell. And second, third, or fourth date, all those things start coming out like you're like, oh my God. And be careful, women, because guys lie. Yeah, they lie.
No, are you really?
Yeah.
You do?
I hate that. You're all programmed to lie.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible,
Well, now
terrible.
wait a
My
I
minute.
wife,
never
No,
lie.
no.
my wife goes, I didn't know I married a dog.
Now, according to Chris Rock, women lie too.
They
Eh.
do.
Now, men will tell more lies.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
You know-
some women that are worse than us.
Yeah, but women will tell bigger. Men will say something like, "Oh, I was at Eric's house. I was at Joe's
Yeah,
house."
like lies that get them
Yeah.
in trouble that they shouldn't even lie
We don't
about.
even need to lie
But a
about.
woman will say something like, "Oh, it's your baby."
I took a
That's a
vow.
bigger lie, huh?
That's
Zing,
right.
yeah.
I took a vow to my, because I used to tell lies like it didn't make any difference. Like why are you late getting home? And let's say the real reason why I was late getting home is I stopped and I was talking to Mike Ponzer. Well, I saw I was held at the office. And what happens is so stupid.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm not going to tell those lies anymore.
Good.
I'm just going to
The
tell
cover-up's always worse than the crime. Just tell the truth.
What's silly is there's no need for the cover-up. We're stupid. Guys are stupid.
You all are.
But anyway, here is my gift. I just want everybody to know that I usually go to Tiffany's for my wife. And by the way, just so you know, Tiffany's has gifts that are a couple $100s that are not. I mean, you don't have to buy a $10,000 bracelet. I don't make enough money to buy $10,000.
Now, are you forging Newt's name on when you sign for that?
I want to.
No, okay.
But anyway, when I got my wife, she is a big sports fan. I mean, it's kind of nice. I'm lucky that I'm a guy that has a wife that likes sports.
Yeah.
Anyway, UK tickets. And I bought for this Saturday's game at noon, 2 UK tickets. I'm taking her to Rupp Arena, and I bought them online, so we're right behind the bench. It costs a lot of money. But if I figure we're going to go, we're going to have a good seat. So that is my Valentine's Day gift to my wife is 2 UK tickets.
Curious if this is supposed to be a surprise. I can dump this right now.
No, it's not a surprise.
Okay.
I told her last night.
She might be listening. You know?
I told her last night. Now she's sleeping.
That's sweet.
At least I hope she's sleeping.
We had our Valentine's last night, too.
What did Spencer, if you can share, what did Spencer get you?
We went to the precinct.
That's very good.
Yes,
good job, Spencer.
Very good.
Good job, Spencer.
He showed up with a dozen roses.
Ah, good job, Spencer.
Yes, he picked me up and everything. It was great. Right. He bought a bottle of wine at dinner.
Well, that's good job, Spencer.
Yes.
Now, what did you buy him?
I'm getting him beer.
You're getting him beer?
Yeah, I'm going to put a bow on it.
Well, I can tell you right now, we guys are pretty simple, too, aren't we,
That's
TC?
it. Yeah.
We're pretty simple,
It'll
too.
be nice beer. Maybe craft beer.
Wow.
But I hope everybody has got their Valentine's Day planned. I love that joke about, who was it? It was on Saturday Night Live. Somebody told a Red Lobster joke. Oh, I know it was on Saturday Night Live, the newscast. Seth Meyers, Red Lobster, where a judge will order you to go to eat. I mean, in other words, how bad is it that Red Lobster is the penalty for the sentence? You get ordered to go to Red Lobster.
That was for the guy
Lobster.
that was he not spousal abuse, but he threatened her or something. Is that the case?
Yeah. He grabbed her and he threatened her.
Yeah, but he didn't. I guess restrained himself.
Yeah, he restrained himself. He didn't punch her.
Yeah, he
just felt like punching her.
Yeah, he was that. I mean, he just grabbed her.
That's scary.
And that's
Can't
wrong.
do that.
That's wrong. But I'm one of the few people that supported that guy. Like I'm the guy that Jack wagoned up Sheriff Rodenheimer from Claremont County for spending 7 months of taxpayers' dollars just to bust Archie for giving drugs for sex. You know what's so funny? Think about Archie Wilson. He's getting nailed for a misdemeanor. How? Pun intended. Nailed for a misdemeanor for giving drugs to a prostitute. But if, one of us went out on a date and gave a woman voluntarily, here, you want some drugs, and you give them some drugs, and you get stoned together and have sex, guess what? No crime.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that not messed up?
Yeah, a little bit.
That is messed up. By the way, they're already following the Michael Jackson tact on the Whitney Houston death. Going to go talk to the doctors. Talk to the doctors about the prescriptions.
Uh-oh.
You know, that's really getting to be a scary situation. I heard an interview, I think it was on America's Morning News, talking with the bodyguards, and they said they would never let Whitney take a bath. She was always supposed to take showers.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I heard that this morning.
Huh.
That just this one time, and even when she was in the shower, they check on her every now and then. I mean,
that's
wow.
interesting.
That makes total sense, too. Wow.
And then just this one time they didn't check on her.
Well, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Famous birthdays today, Drew Bledsoe. Tom Brady, Drew. I bet you Drew. You know, if you want to make Drew Bledsoe mad, you just walk up to him and say, Tom Brady. Don't get hurt. That's the key. You don't get hurt. Florence Henderson, the little skanky hottie. Florence Henderson. Who would ever thought that she was after Greg Brady?
Mrs. Brady.
Unbelievable.
Mom
Jimmy
said, don't
Hoffa.
play ball in the house.
Jimmy Hoffa's birthday. Buried under some concrete or the bottom of a New Jersey waterway.
I sent him a birthday card. He came back.
Frederick Douglass.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I'm a big fan of Frederick Douglass. You know, he was he escaped, free slave, educated himself, a great leader. And you know what? He thought Lincoln was great. He looked at Lincoln. How cool is that? Lincoln's birthday was yesterday, and Douglas's birthday is today.
Nice.
Do 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 do.
I did a book report on Frederick Douglass when I was a kid.
Did you?
I think I did too. I think we had
Do you know how he learned to read?
How did he learn to read?
Because it was illegal,
right?
For slaves to read then. But there was another little boy. I guess that they hung out together. He was a white kid, and Frederick Douglass would say, "I bet you don't know what that word is."
Oh.
And the kid would tell him, and he'd memorize the word. I bet
Smart
you know what that is. Bet you don't know what that is.
Wow.
That is gotta be great.
Yeah, that's how he learned how to read. Kind of taught himself or tricked his kid into teaching.
Good for him.
Well, we have we're gonna play some love songs for you. Some of our favorite love songs. If you want to call in, I don't usually like doing this because we're going to talk about the serious issues of the day.
You love calling.
But 513-579-1160.
Call in.
513-579-1160. If you want to share like your favorite love song, your favorite sappy movie. My wife's and my favorite love story movie is The Bridges of Madison County.
Really?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God! That scene when Clint Eastwood is standing in the rain, and she's in that vehicle, and that turn signal is on. Oh my God! Isn't that just heart wrenching?
The Bulldog has a heart.
See, I keep thinking about the part where
I got a big heart. I'm a romantic.
Where her kids are reading her diaries. And then I'm thinking, I can imagine if I would open a box of my mom's stuff. Oh no!
Love story's great.
Love stories.
Oh, I'm just gonna share with you my love story with my wife. Yeah, some of the people are gonna go, yeah, but seriously, I'm gonna tell a great story about how my wife and I met. I worshipped her from afar for many years.
Oh.
When we come back, more Radio Superbity, and we'll play the first love song of the day. Guess what? It's from Whitney. Ooh, that's a shocker. On Real Talk 1160. Eric Deters, the Bulldog, on Real Talk 1160. Having fun on the, how should we say this, the Valentine's Day special. We should have said some love jokes.
Do you have any jokes?
Oh, we got jokes.
All
we
right,
got jokes. We
good.
got jokes.
Well, I think the best way to kick off Valentine's Day, in honor of Saint Valentine, the patron saint of Richie Valens, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
La Bamba!
La Bamba! La Bamba! What's La Bamba mean, Mr. DJ?
It means hit movie in the 80s.
Huh.
La Bamba. I know no Spanish except I can count to 10.
I know one line in this.
Ocho Cinco's 88. Or 85, excuse me.
It's 8.5. It's not even 85.
Right,
I know.
right.
It's 85.
It's 80. Cinco.
While we're listening to La Bamba, let me tell a little story. I found out this weekend that my daughter wanted out of my will.
What?
What?
My daughter wanted out of my will. She walked in the living room and she said, Dad, cancel my allowance immediately. You can go ahead and rent out my room. Go ahead and throw all my clothes out. Take my TV and stereo. Here's my iPhone, my iPod, my laptop. Here's the car. You can take all my jewelry to Salvation Army and cash converters. Sell my car. Here's the front door key to the house. I'm throwing myself out of the house, and disown me and never talk to me again. And don't forget to write me out of your will and just leave the rest of the shares to my sister and my brother.
Wow.
Well, to be totally honest, it didn't really exactly go like that.
Yeah.
She just said, Dad, I'm going to work for Obama's re-election campaign.
Oh. I knew that was a joke.
Could be worse.
Can you imagine?
Oh, no.
You said, no,
If
disown me.
the Bulldog's daughter says, I'm not going to work for, or I'm going to go work for Obama. By the way, that's not happened yet. God, it better not happen.
How can we really get that angry? I know what we'll do.
One of the reasons, when I went on my rant to start the show about, I put that in context in my own life. Like last night, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, I worked so long and so hard over the weekend that last night I went home and I was just ready to collapse. And I listen to my body. I mean, every once in a while my body says, dog, we don't care. We're going to sleep. Mm-hmm. So I chose sleep. So I sleep. This is funny. I sleep from 11:30 to 5:30. 6 hours sleep.
That's a lot
Nice.
for you.
A lot. That's like well, here's what happens, though. By getting 6 hours sleep, I didn't properly prepare my blog and newsletter today. So I feel disjointed, disorganized. It's terrible.
He's mad on Valentine's Day.
I pay the price for not doing that. You know? All right. How did you meet Spencer? You've been going out for 10 years. How'd you meet old Spencer?
We met in grade school, and one of my friends had a crush on him, and he liked me more.
Stole him away.
Yes, I did. I stole him away.
You and that girl still friends?
No, we're not. We were not. We weren't friends after that whole incident.
Well, I went to St. Cecilia grade school, and then I went to Covington Latin School. Well, that was stupid. But I hung out at Simon Kenton High School because they were the local high school football games. The guys that worked on the farm that I hung out with lived. So I didn't. On weekends, I went to those games, and I worshipped from afar Mary Ann Zimmer. Oh. She was a cheerleader. She was the cutest thing in the world. But I was always too chicken. I mean, swear to God, I actually had Art Muth ask her if she'd go out with me, and she says, all he has to do is call. And I still didn't call her.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude.
She made you that nervous.
Oh.
I even had Art. Well, anyway, a couple events, none of which she remembers, which I like to tease her that she doesn't remember, is one's at the YMCA we played chicken.
Oh, okay.
And she was on my shoulders, and her good friend Jill Bruckner was on Joe Schmiati's shoulders, and we played chicken. She doesn't remember that. And we actually sat on the side of the pool and talked at length after that. Oh, she doesn't remember that either. Once there was this club in Florence called Maximilian's, which was on Sunday night. It was a teen night, and everybody would go there. I asked her to slow dance, and she said yes.
Oh.
She said yes.
And she doesn't remember that either. When they won the state championship in '81, she was holding a baby afterwards at the victory party. I forgot whose it was, and I talked to her for like 15 minutes. She doesn't remember that either.
You made quite an impression, didn't you?
All she says she remembers about me was I was one of those mini Deterses.
Oh, wow.
There was only 11 of us.
Oh, wow.
So fast forward, there was a political campaign that her mother worked on, and I hadn't seen her for 10 years. Okay, I knew she went to Florida. I knew she got married. She was down in Florida. Well, out of nowhere, her mother says, well, you need a graphic designer. My Mary's a graphic designer. And I was like, oh, really? So she came to the office. This is a funny story. She's at the office, and she's showing me her portfolio, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it.
Aww.
I mean, she was hired. She was hired at the minute she got the appointment, and she's going through and showing off. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't need to look at this. Okay.
Stick figure drawings.
If you want the job, yeah. Stick figure drawing. You want the job, you can have the job.
You had it bad like Sensible Don, huh?
Yeah. And then just the way fate has it, And I was married before. She was married, but somehow, some way, we ended up together, and we're married now. And I tell you right now, it's incredible when I think that I'm actually married to her.
Yeah.
I mean, because this was like, I remember this story too. I remember sitting around and by the way, I've shared this with my kids, and their mom, because it's kind of an awkward thing if you've been married before. And my first wife died. And, so it's awkward, to talk about the second wife. But my kids love Mary, and they've accepted her. Yeah. In fact, Charlie Ann and my wife had some issues, and now they're like the closest thing in the world. But anyway, true story. I remember sitting around with the college buddies down at Tobin's farm, one of those hunting trips. And you're sitting around talking about who's that one girl you wish you could have been with that you were never with. And I used to say her name. I said, oh, man. And now I'm married to her. How many guys can say they're married to the woman of their dreams?
I don't know.
Because I am.
You're lucky.
That's nice.
I am.
Great.
Now, it ain't easy. By the way, just so everybody knows, don't think I get too sappy, as everybody knows marriage. See, I'm too candid for my own good.
There's something about
marriage is hard. Even when you're
Dating
married,
is hard.
Even when you're married to the woman of your dreams, my marriage isn't perfect. No marriage is. It's very challenging at times. But you know what? I think it's worth sticking it out.
Oh, absolutely.
It's worth sticking it out.
Yeah.
So you met Spencer in grade school?
Yeah, in grade school.
TC, yep. Where did you? Have you had a woman of your like the woman that's overshadowed all other women?
There actually been 3 that kind of were in that category.
Right.
One of them, believe it or not, was years ago. I was living in Dayton. This girl would call the radio station, would request a song, and she had a beautiful voice, just a real sweet, pretty voice. But you're always afraid to, somebody on the radio, hey, what are you doing later? That kind of thing. Well, I saw her somewhere in a crowd, and she was gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, wow. She called me. Whatever
is
song
awesome.
she wanted. I broke the playlist every single night when she called. Whatever she wanted to play.
Radio love.
And the PD would call me, don't do that, can't play that. That was an accident. I don't know how. I grabbed it by mistake. I did that for like 2 weeks.
That is awesome. That's a great love story.
Yeah, she was, and she wasn't. I mean, you don't expect to get a date from someone calling you on the radio.
No.
Do you know what is a reality about the human? See, I could be a psychiatrist. As a lawyer, you become a pop psychiatrist, trust me. The heart has reasons the mind does not know. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what the rules are supposed to be, two people fall in love. They fall in love. Now, I'm not talking about just the lust factor. Right. I'm talking about no matter what the circumstances, two people. I mean, and this is a tragedy, and I don't judge people. People that get divorced, or like you're married to somebody and somebody falls in love. It's a sad thing, but sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
true.
cannot help it. If you fall in love with somebody, I think one of the saddest things is unrequited love. Like two people love each other, but it's just, it never happens. And I admire people for that. Like, well, I'm married, you're married, ain't going to happen. But the heart has reasons the mind cannot know. You just can't help it.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that I did. This is so funny. This is going to make people think, "Oh my God, Bulldog, you were so sappy." I loved writing love letters to my wife.
Oh, you are so sappy.
You are so sappy.
Well, it gets better than that. I felt like I was so good. Of course, she told me that I could coin a phrase so good that I decided I was going to come up with a line of cards that I was going to pitch to Hallmark. And I tell you right now, I coined some phrases. And I even designed the idea of the card. Like, picture this card.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you would buy this card. The front of the card is a close-up picture of a cherry blossom tree.
Okay.
Those white, beautiful cherry blossoms, okay? Yeah. Now, you open up the card, and here's what the line is. Original line from the Bulldog.
Okay.
If a blossom fell from the heavens every time I thought of you, I would forever sleep beneath a mountain of flowers.
Oh, you're so sappy.
Would you buy that card?
I would buy that card. I
TC,
would.
that's a good.
That's sappy, all right.
But that's a good card.
That's good.
Now, no kidding, guys. I had a whole line of these stuff.
Oh, anything funny? I like the funny cards.
No, it wasn't
or the
funny.
musical cards.
I wasn't funny then. I was sappy.
Oh.
We come back. We'll play. We're going to play another film. Get Whitney ready.
Whitney's ready.
Real Talk 1160.
Michael Savage at noon today, followed by Dennis Miller at 3 here on Real Talk 1160. And now, back to the Bulldog.
Keep that song playing, TC. That's the song that I fast dance with my wife at Maximilian's.
You remember all
did.
these things.
I remember everything. She doesn't remember anything.
Aw.
But she did fall in love with me.
This is true. You got her in the end.
By the way, don't you hate that? There was a song that on the Grammys, Carrie Underwood, or was it Carrie Underwood? Who was it? It was two country singers sang a song about Sunday, a Sunday kind of love.
Yeah, I forget.
Tell me that is not true. A Sunday kind of love is a love that on Sundays you're just happy just to be together.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
There is a difference between a Sunday kind of love and a Friday kind of love and so forth and so on.
That's very true.
I got something. I'm going to share some more stories with you. By the way, this is great that this is really a slow news day.
Yeah.
I mean, Obama submitted his budget yesterday, but don't you all
The
think
Republicans hate it, but they're going to work with it.
Hey, don't you think I beat up Obama pretty good yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have the lovey-dovey stuff.
Let's give love to Obama and not beat him up today. Anyway, my dad, I'll never forget when I was getting married the first time, and I took a walk with my dad to tell my dad. Aww. And my dad took walks up the Green Road and down every night to kind of clear his mind. I remember walking with my dad halfway. It was a long-ass walk that night in the dark with my dad. And my dad said something that is so true. He said, "Son, all I care about is this. For you to accomplish anything in life, you need to have a good woman, because if things are good at home, it will allow you to do what you need to do. Your mother's been that way for me. I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I've been able to do without. You don't need turmoil at home." Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, God, he was so right.
Yes.
And I represent people going through divorces. Oh. And I hear some of the when I think of some of the drama in people's lives at home, Oh my
Yeah.
God! I don't know how they function.
No, absolutely. You
They
can
marry
possibly,
a crazy woman. They marry the crazy guy.
Yeah, and then their work life's got to be all messed up. You can't function in life.
By the way, Bulldog Nation member Mike, get this. I'm dropping 9-year-old off at school listening to you, and he says, Dad, even the Bulldog was scared to talk to a girl. That's cool. How cool
That's
is that?
really cute.
How cool is that?
Role model status.
Hey, I wish he was still listening because let me tell you another story. The first girl that I ever asked out on a date, and I don't think she'll be embarrassed for me to say her name, was Lori Mae. Very cute.
Okay.
She's now the wife of Clay Eifert, who's the principal at Holy Cross.
Okay.
And she went to Notre Dame, and I went to Latin school, and I rode the bus. And I made the mistake of calling her cold to ask her to do a dance without knowing whether or not she'd say yes.
Yeah?
And she said no.
Ooh.
And I was devastated.
Don't ask the question if you don't already know the answer.
Exactly. So the next girl that I really, really liked was Holly Dybert.
Okay.
And by the way, I always joke that we're still technically going out because we never officially broke up.
One
now,
of
we was
those,
only
like, really awkward.
15 years old, but I'm telling you, we never really did officially break up. Now, she's married, living in Connecticut, I heard, but bottom line is that we never really officially broke up. I had Doug Gross call her up and ask her if she would say yes.
Okay.
Now, here's something that's going to make you women get really mad at me. I was going out with one of her friends at the time. As much going out as you can at 15.
Sure.
And by the way, back then 15-year-olds didn't do what 15-year-olds do today. Anyway, I broke up with her on Valentine's Day and asked out Holly.
Oh my God.
Isn't that
what
terrible?
a sad Valentine's Day.
Isn't that terrible?
You're a jerk.
I was a jerk.
Yeah. That's horrible.
I asked her friend out. Holly was her
mean.
friend.
Did you plan this or did it just happen?
I was at a dance and I met Holly and I was like, God, she's so cute. So I dumped Sheila to ask out Holly on Valentine's Day. But I had Doug, and I learned a lesson from that. I am never asking a girl out unless I know they're going to say yes.
Absolutely.
It's so stupid to just take a chance. Now, here's the other thing is, all guys will tell you this, especially at 48 years old, because, and who knows? I mean, what if I had the guts to ask out my present wife back then? We might never been together because we were dating, and you know what I'm saying? We might never been together.
You're right.
But here's the thing. If I know now, if every guy says this, I would just wail away. I mean, let me tell you, if you're a teenager out there, you're in your 20s, it doesn't hurt. Just ask
Just
them.
ask.
They say no. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Ask the next one.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
you agree, TC?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true.
Oh, yeah. You've got nothing to lose.
You have
Yes.
nothing to lose
Yes.
by asking. You got it. By the time you're 48 years old, you're done with all that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else too. When for some reason you're young and you have a friend. I had a female friend in high school. Her name was Adrian. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Our lockers were right next to each other all through school because our last names were close. We had same classes, same circle of friends, that kind of thing. Had a crush on her, and we had decided at one point, you know what? If we started dating, it would ruin our relationship.
Yeah.
And yet I haven't seen her in 15 years.
You should have
Should've taken-
dated.
I know.
You should have
I know.
dated her.
So I'm saying, take that leap of faith.
Take that leap
Guys
and
never
ask.
ask women out anymore, ever.
Well,
I don't.
there's-
My friends never go on.
I'll
dates.
never forget on our first date, Holly had like this silver lipstick on.
Ew, what?
Oh, it was cute.
No, that's weird.
It was real
Sorry,
light,
Holly.
light. It was real light. Not, it was cute.
Maybe it was just shivering.
And I remember kissing her for the first time as we, North Berwick crashed the toll bridge between Covington and Newport without paying. Our first kiss, we were crashing a toll gate.
There's a memory
You guys
for
are
you.
troublemakers.
I remember everything.
That's a
You
hallmark
do.
memory.
You do.
Here's how I asked my wife to marry her. I had a limousine, which I'm not a limousine guy at all.
No?
I mean, I would rather drive myself than do a limousine.
Okay.
But I picked her up at work at noon without her knowledge I was coming for lunch in a limousine, took her up to DeVue Park, and asked her to marry me overlooking Cincinnati.
Very romantic. You are such a teddy bear.
And a 2-carat diamond ring didn't hurt.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Here's my bank
You know,
statement.
I'm kind of embarrassed. A 2-carat diamond ring's a pretty nice ring. And you hear about these, like, NBA stars. Oh, 10-carat diamond ring,
Right, yeah.
8-carat diamond.
And it doesn't last.
I mean, I'm saying, sorry, I only gave you a 2-carat. I wanted to be more than one because I figured it'd be
Yeah.
extra special.
I think it should be one, at least.
How about this? This is, because the guy that was the most devastated I've ever seen with a breakup was my brother Jed. Oh my God, he went 2 years. He was not functional.
Really?
Oh God, it was a hard breakup. Somebody dated forever. But anyway, how about this? Is when you break up or you're having a fight with your loved one, you're in a crowded room full of people. I mean, you got a room full of people. Party, everybody's happy, and you're supposed to be having fun, but you're all alone in a crowded room because of the affairs of the heart.
Yes. You can feel so alone.
Yes.
Is
Even
that
in a
not true?
crowded room.
Even in a crowded
And
room.
you're just steaming because you can't stop thinking about the argument or whatever it is that.
You can't focus on conversations.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't care about anybody else's good fortune.
No.
Now, guys.
Screw you.
Now, guys out there, I want you to call your girlfriends now, your wives, whoever it is, and tell them to tune on 1160 that the Bulldogs playing a love song for just them for you.
There you go.
In other words, guys, you called up the Bulldog and you asked the Bulldog to play this song for them, for your wife or your girlfriend. Tell them to listen right now. This is for all you lovers out there.
And will always love you. Will always.
How did Bert look at Dolly through that whole movie while she sang this? I'm going.
How did Kevin look at Whitney?
Yeah. They're like those parties where somebody whips out their guitar and starts singing a song. It makes you uncomfortable as hell.
Yes.
I hate those parties. I go in the other room.
And they think they're a good singer and they suck.
But this is Whitney, man. What pipes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I got a lot of feedback. Everyone loved our Star Spangled Banner yesterday.
That was great, wasn't it?
Don't cry.
It's sort of a breakup song, isn't
Kind of a
it?
breakup
Kind of,
song.
yeah.
But it's love. See, love
The
is
love you
everlasting.
always, yeah.
It's about breaking up because you love each other.
Yeah. Because I'm a jerk and I'm going to make you miserable, so I'm going to leave you.
Right. Yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
You deserve better.
Hey, let's face
Yeah,
it, though.
right.
I'm a pragmatist. Once you love somebody, you love somebody.
Yeah,
I think
suppose.
so for the most part.
Nah, I guess.
I tease my wife all the time. Oh, I know all her old boyfriends still love her.
Maybe her. I think you can fall out of love, though.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fall out of love.
Easily.
I've done that before. Here we go. More Radio Superbity on this Valentine's Day special on Real Talk 1160. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. I would like to share something with all of you ladies and all you men out there, and it's about how to make a woman happy. All right, here's how you make a woman happy. All you have to do is to be her friend, companion, lover, brother, father figure, teacher, educator, cook, gardener, carpenter, handyman, chauffeur, dishwasher, engineer, mechanic, banker, interior decorator, hairstylist, sex therapist, gynecologist, obstetrician, psychologist, psychiatrist, and therapist. Be a good father, gentleman, well organized, tidy, very clean, athletic, affectionate, affable, attentive, ambitious, amenable, articulate, bold, brave, creative, courageous, considerate, complimentary,
Alex, you wanna go
capable,
out to breakfast? We'll come back
decisive,
anytime.
intelligent, imaginative, interesting, prudent, patient,
So
polite,
the Reds are
passionate,
heading to spring training.
respectful,
Pitchers are going down,
sensitive, sweet, strong,
About a week, I
skillful,
think.
supportive, sympathetic,
We're
tolerant,
gonna have
understanding.
UC baseball later this season.
A man also
Yeah.
has to be someone who
I'm a fan
loves
of baseball.
shopping,
Yeah.
someone who doesn't make problems, someone who enjoys taking out the trash. You have to enjoy hearing about what happened on her favorite soap opera as if they were real people. You have to be someone who thinks her opinion is important, someone who never looks at other women, above all, someone who's very, very rich. At the same time, you must pay attention to make sure you are neither jealous nor disinterested. Get along well with her family, but don't spend too much time with them more than her. You must give her space, but show interest and concern in wherever she goes. Above all, it is very important not to forget the anniversaries of your wedding, engagement, first date, and when the first time you made love, along with the graduations, birthdays, and her menstruation cycle. And you must never, ever agree with her when she says she thinks the dress she's wearing makes her ass look too big. However, even if you observe the above instructions 100%, you are not guaranteed that she'll be happy. And she could one day feel overcome with the suffocating perfection of her life with you and run off with the first no-good bastard or smelly lesbian she meets. Now, ladies, here's how to make a man happy.
No, well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on.
talk about
Let's stop at that.
No, I got to finish the punchline. Here's how to make a man happy. Let him play with your boobs.
All right. All right.
Now tell me that isn't true.
That's
What we
hilarious.
have to do to make a woman happy versus what they got to do to make us happy. We are really. Here's mine. Okay, I'm a little more sophisticated than that. A good dinner. Okay, good company, and I'm good.
See,
And
now
boobs.
that woman will remain single forever.
You don't think there's a man doing this right now?
I think that's all very easy to do.
I strive to do all. See,
It-
it's easy.
I
easy
think
to
that's
do.
very easy
It
for
would
men
be
to do.
easier to work for the Bulldog, I believe, at your law firm.
Hey, tell me it's not true that you have to show attention.
Oh, yeah.
But not suffocate.
Yeah. And you know something else
Yeah.
is key? I found this out too. When she comes home with a problem, she doesn't want you to solve it. She just wants you to listen to her talk about
Yep.
it. Don't solve it. Well, just do this. Boom.
Let's
eat.
go.
Yeah.
They don't
Now
want
let's go with the moods of a woman. All right.
Oh God.
All right, we're going to go to breakfast.
Yes,
this is going
we'll
to take
be back.
a while. Yeah.
No, it's just a simple little poem. An angel of truth and a dream of fiction. A woman is a bundle of contradiction. She's afraid of a wasp. Will scream at a mouse, but will tackle a stranger alone in the house. Sour as vinegar, sweet as a rose. She'll kiss you 1 minute, then turn up her nose. She'll win you in rage, enchant you in silk. She'll be stronger than brandy, milder than milk. At times she'll be vengeful, merry and sad. She'll hate you like poison and love you like mad. The moods of a man: hungry, horny, sleepy.
This is so true.
Those are 3 of the 7 dwarfs.
All right, here we go.
But she's always a woman to me.
Speaking of marriage, for those men who believe that there's no reason to buy the cow when you can get the milk for free, you may
Yeah.
want to keep the following in mind. Nowadays, 80% of women are against marriage if they have wised up to the fact that 6 ounces of sausage is not worth living with the entire pig.
Ooh. See, I got the mad cow once, so,
Mad cow.
so.
By the way, I've got a trademark mad cow. All right, here's a little joke for everybody. One Sunday morning, George burst into the living room and said, "Dad, Mom, I have some great news for you. I'm getting married to the most beautiful girl in town. She lives a block away, and her name is Susan." After dinner, George's dad took him aside. "Son, I have to talk to you. Look at your mother, George. She and I have been married 30 years. She's a wonderful wife and mother, but she's never offered much excitement in the bedroom, so I used to fool around with women a lot. Susan is actually your half-sister, and I'm afraid you can't marry her." George was brokenhearted. After 8 months, he eventually started dating girls again. A year later, he came home and very proudly announced, "Diane said yes, we're getting married in June." Again, his father insisted on another private conversation and broke the sad news. "Diane is your half-sister too, George. I'm awfully sorry about this." George was livid. He finally decided to go to his mother with the news his father had shared. "Dad has done so much harm. I guess I'm never going to get married," he complained. "Every time I fall in love, Dad tells me the girl's my half-sister." His mother chuckled, shaking her head. "Don't pay any attention to what he said. He's not really your father."
That's great. Zing.
Touche.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it better to know, or is it better to be, how should I say this, shamefully ignorant of anything? See, because I think everybody has secrets.
Ignorance is bliss.
Everybody has secrets.
I'd
do
rather
they not?
know. I
But
don't have secrets.
I'd rather have
How about
bliss.
your spouse?
I'd rather have bliss. I'd rather have
And
bliss.
you'd rather not know?
It
I'd rather not
depends
know.
on the
I'd rather
topic.
not know anything.
It depends.
I want to know everything.
Really?
I don't have
Do you?
secrets. I really don't.
Here's my thing. I'm not naive because you never know, but I've been blessed. I've never had any inclination whatsoever that either one of my spouses were unfaithful to me.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's good. That's
So,
very
but
good.
it doesn't mean that they weren't though, which is fine. I just don't want to
Doesn't
know.
mean that they
Well,
weren't.
look
Well,
at
I'm
this
just saying.
way.
I think a guy or a woman that says this, "My wife would never cheat on me," or a man that says, or a woman that says, "My husband would never cheat on me." You never know.
Right. Right.
Oh.
But now I think full disclosure, it depends. Is it really what's the outcome? Like, for example, my ex doesn't need to know about Spring Break 1984.
Correct.
Because my daughter doesn't need to know about
Correct.
Spring Break 1984.
Okay.
You know?
Correct.
There's no reason for that to ever come up in conversation with
Yeah.
her.
As always, we provoke a lot of fan mail. Best statement to help us stay married. Do you simply want me to listen, or do you help you with a solution? Boy, that is true.
Yeah.
By the way, I disagree. My wife wants me to help with solutions.
Really?
I'm the patriarch of the family. When there's a problem in the household, it's up to me to solve it, and I'll solve it.
Oh, it's very sweet.
Let me see here. Let's see where my daughter wished me happy Valentine's Day. Chuck says that Rebecca is the perfect girl for him.
Oh.
And then he says, geez, you're laying it on thick today.
We're nice and sappy today.
We're sappy today.
We need a good feel-good song.
Yeah,
Light
Jim from
Tuesday.
Verona, have you heard the Washington State governor equate gay marriage to racism?
What?
Let me see. Oh, this is Cupid. This is good.
Yeah.
Here we got green water from Bob. Hey, guys, want to break up with that old bat on Valentine's Day? Then give her new green water, cracked heart-shaped bottle, and say, drink, and I hope you vomit all night.
The perfect breakup water.
Yes.
Green water.
Always there when you need it.
Always there when you need it. Here, listen, this is a good one. Let the arrow fly. You never know when that Cupid's arrow going to strike you. Love can be a curse, too, you know.
It can be.
Yes.
Falling in love with the wrong person hurts.
Love is when you're at UDF at midnight when you have to be at work at 5 in the morning because
But-
somebody's pregnant and they want a chocolate malt from UDF.
True.
Did you get vanilla ice cream or chocolate? I didn't even ask them. Guess I'm going back to the store.
You know, you talk about, they don't need about spring break 1964,
84.
84, whatever. How about this?
You got 20 years older.
How about this? How about this? I've made this mistake before, okay?
Yeah.
When you first start dating somebody, like your wife-to-be, but when you start dating your wife-to-be, you don't know she's going to be your wife-to-be.
Right.
So you have these kind of questions. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Yeah.
Or tell
Why
me.
ask
So you share this stuff, and it's like, years later, it's like, God dang, I wish I didn't have to ask that question.
Oh, yeah.
You wish
yeah.
you hadn't asked it or
And I wish-
answered it.
Or answered the question. Boy, do I wish there was some questions I never answered.
Or when you
Yeah?
go to your high school reunion and then she says, oh, is that her?
Right.
Oh, my gosh. That's an uncomfortable feeling.
Well, here's
Is
the thing
that
that I said.
her?
I told my wife that I had a crush, like everybody else in my law school class did. Now, I'm just going to say her name and tell me you're... TC, you've never met her, and when I say her name, you're going to have a crush on her. Tommy Ann.
Ooh.
Tommy
crush on
Ann.
her.
You got a crush on her, don't you?
Yeah.
How do you
Tommy
not
Ann.
have a crush on
I'm jealous of her
Listen,
instantly.
let me tell you who Tommy Ann was. Tommy Ann was
Cute name.
a girl from West Virginia who went to UK and was a cheerleader, and she was just cute.
Yeah.
Tommy Ann. Everybody in my law school class, she went out with some meathead. But anyway, by the way, she was like really into fitness. And she became a lawyer, of course. But Tommy Ann, everybody had a crush on her. And my wife, you dated her, didn't you? You dated her. I never touched Tommy Ann. I should have never told that I had a crush on Tommy Ann.
Aw.
Yep.
Did
See?
she date a law guy or a meathead
she
outside
did-
of law school?
She dated a guy from down at UK. She went to law school at Chase.
Okay.
Tommy Ann. Is this the break music?
This is the break,
We
yeah.
come back with more Radio Superbity on Real Talk 1160. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. And those of you that think that, I come in here on morning show and we go through the news, and that's what we do because that's what Morning Drive is supposed to be all about. But today, we're not doing that. We're just talking love and Valentine's Day and having a good time, and I think everybody's enjoying the show. It's it's kind of lucky because although there's always something going on in the news, there's nothing so earth-shattering that we needed to preempt this idea. Now, I've been sharing some humor with you as well. Now, I got this. Somebody had sent me this a long time ago, and I just threw it in a file. I'm a pack rat. Men are like laxatives. They irritate the crap out of you. Men are like bananas. The older they get, the less firm they are. Men are like weather. Nothing can be done to change them. Men are like blenders. You need one, but you're not quite sure why. Men are like chocolate bars. Sweet, smooth, and they usually head right for your hips. Men are like commercials. You can't believe a word they say.
Oh.
No comment. No comment. Men are like department stores. Their clothes are always half off. Men are like government bonds. They take so long to mature. Isn't that interesting? Let's pause for a moment about that. Isn't it remarkable how women and men have a different maturation level?
Oh, my gosh,
I
yeah.
always dated girls that were like 2 years younger than me, and I think that was because of a maturity issue.
But it's biological. We can't help ourselves.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My wife now is a year older than me. Her birthday's in January. Mine's in August, so I married an older woman.
Oh, you did.
8 months older.
She's
cougar.
a cradle robber.
Hey, by the way, TC, have you ever had an experience like the Oedipus complex, like you dating older women, like 10 or 20 years older than you? Kind of like an Ashton Kutcher?
Well, there was a situation shortly after I got into radio where I met a woman who was slightly older than I was.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. And you know what? She did not know how young I was.
Oh.
Stupid me. One day I said something
You
about...
told her?
Yeah. And
Did she care?
Yeah, she cared.
Why?
That was, well, she was 41.
Well, how old were you?
I was in college.
Ah.
Yeah. But it was great. I was telling and that's the thing. I was telling all my friends, dude, I'm with this chick. She's 41 years old. I was telling everybody.
I guess you'd brag about that.
Yeah, I thought I was
A
the
much
man.
older woman.
Yeah, I was the man. Look at me. She's coming to pick me up. We're going over here. We're going, it was great, And I ruined it.
Hey, I got big Valentine's Day news.
Uh-oh.
Guess what my wife got me for Valentine's Day?
UK tickets.
No, I got her UK. Well, she told me, this is funny. I gave her, she goes, well, that'll be your present too.
Oh.
But
Really?
anyway, no. She removed that black toenail polish, TC.
Yes. All right. You have been vindicated.
I am out of
You don't like black toenail polish?
I don't like black fingernail polish, toenail polish. I don't like fingernail and
it's probably
toenail
not
polish,
black.
period.
I bet it was a really, really dark purple.
No, it was black.
Black?
It was
I
black.
don't know about black.
He has an issue about that.
I got the issue
have
about pop.
red.
I know you got. Well,
For
does Spencer
Valentine's
like
Day.
that?
Yeah, he likes
okay.
red. Sure.
See, I don't like. See, I don't.
You
I don't
like red?
I don't know any woman who doesn't look better with just plain old fingernails versus. I can handle clear, but painted nails do not look as pretty as natural.
I don't know.
How about French? With the white
I like
tips?
French.
Yeah?
I like French.
Okay.
Now,
I
how about
like to see a woman all decorated like that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And
They're just red.
Now I got to let's go back to our grade school years.
Okay.
How funny was it on Valentine's Day where you had to do those Valentines and there was one for the teacher?
Yeah.
And wasn't it? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I was always nervous over like which one I was going to give to the girl that I really liked.
Oh.
Which in grade school at St. Cecilia was Lisa Durr. Everybody liked Lisa Durr. But anyway, and then there was like you gave Valentine's Day to your buddies back then.
Yeah, you did.
Nobody gives Valentine's Day now to your buddies.
No, but you had to give them to everyone.
Yeah,
Hey,
everyone
you
in
know-
the class gets
That
one.
buddy that broke up with me, I was thinking about sending him a Valentine.
A black rose.
Wouldn't that be funnier in hell to send him a Valentine's Day?
Let it
I
go.
still
I
miss
miss
you,
you.
man.
I miss you.
I miss you, man. Actually,
back.
I don't miss him at all.
Oh, it was a good breakup.
It was a good breakup.
Cleansing breakup.
How about that song about? That's another. God, there's so many great topics to talk about. How about that issue too about that song that says, "I don't have a bad goodbye." Isn't that true? The best breakups are when you don't have to have a nasty breakup.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
you know-
leave the door open.
You leave the door open, right?
Yeah.
But does that really happen?
It happens.
I don't know.
It happens. I
Usually,
think-
once it's over for me, it's
I think it
over.
happens.
You know,
I don't think I ever had a nasty breakup.
But you can be friends with her still?
Well, not necessarily friends,
No,
but you don't have to be enemies.
Oh, okay,
Right,
okay.
I don't
yeah.
think I've ever had a nasty breakup.
Well, that's good.
Ever. God, you know what
Oh,
that
I've had
means?
some nasty breakups.
I would hate to have a woman scorned.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
never trust the mistress.
I can tell you right now, my wife, this is so funny because I'm the Bulldog, right?
Mm-hmm.
How powerful is she that she controls me?
Yeah.
In other words, if I'm this Bulldog radio talk show host,
Mm-hmm.
big time lawyer, whatever, and in a word, in a phrase, in a gesture or whatever,
Yep.
she controls me.
You know, Prince
I'm
has
glad
a
you know
song.
that.
Prince has a
I
song
know
about that.
Well, maybe we should play it.
What's the song?
We can't play that. One.
What's that
What
song?
song is it?
It's
Don't play it, but what's the song?
It's called P Control.
Oh, okay. Well, all I'm telling you right now is my wife has me by the short ones, as we used to say.
It's good that you know that. The women always rule.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
They do.
No doubt.
They do. And you go back in history, you know, like Josephine over Napoleon, you know,
Yeah.
drove the guy nuts. Cleopatra.
Yeah.
How about Cleopatra? I mean, are you kidding me? Caesar and Mark Antony.
Helen of Troy, right?
Helen of
Yeah.
Troy, that's right.
The face
Brought
that
down
launched
a
1,000
kingdom.
ships.
Brought down a kingdom.
Yeah.
How good looking was she?
She must have been fantastic looking.
She must have been beautiful.
What a great line. Nations go to war over women like you.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Great line.
And let's face it, men will do anything over a woman.
They will. Absolutely.
You know, this is funny. I remember being back. This group was called the Wasters. Okay, all these Mo Halpin, Bill Tobin, Joe Egbers, me, my brother Jed, all these guys that played softball, called the Wasters. All right, this was my post-college law school days. All right. So anyway, this is like the early 20s, all right? And everybody used to always say, oh, man, you should never give up a friend over a woman, you know, because you can always find a woman. And everybody would talk this way to each other's face. Yeah, man, that's right, man. You're my buddy, man, my buddy over a woman. BS.
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as some hot chick walked in somebody's life, it'd be like,
See ya.
I'll stab you in the back for her, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how many times you left your buddies at a bar with no ride?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've all done it.
I'm so glad. I'm going to tell.
We've all done it.
I'm going to tell the American jury some great stories. All right, Jim Dahl, who's Charlie Ann's godfather, okay, was one of my good buddies. And this was like when I first met Jim Dahl. And the Wasters decided to get a limousine and go bar hopping. So we get 2 limousines and we're going bar hopping. And we end up down at one of the bars. It's the waterfront, okay? Oh. And this was after my first wife and I broke off our engagement. So I was single. And by the way, what's so funny is that I never went out and picked up. I'm being serious. The whole time I went out, I never went out and picked up a girl. Ever. Really? And it wasn't because I didn't try. I mean, I just never got lucky. My cousin Josh and I went out all the time, and we never got lucky. Aww. Anyway, so I'm out at this. Doesn't mean I didn't get a date, but there was no one-night stands.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm at the waterfront. Now, I just met Jim Dahl, and I'm standing there, and ends up the limousine leaves us behind. So I'm stuck there with me, Mark Wintersheimer, Jim Dahl, and I think Tim Sider. Anyway, so we're sitting there. And there's this pretty redhead that I'm talking to. And she was from Fort Thomas, and I was looking for a date to take to the Bengals game the following week. Oh. And anyway, so I asked her, and I said, well, I got to go to the rest. I mean, I was making headway with this pretty redhead. Yeah. And I don't even like redheads because they're dangerous. So anyway, I go to the restroom. I come back. That woman is gone. Uh-oh. And Jim Dahl is laughing his butt off. Just laughing. Come to find out, he told her I was gay.
What? Why would he? What?
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
Just to be a jerk.
I mean, what a good blocker. So anyway, so I'm steaming mad. So we had to call a taxi. So we get a taxi.
I thought you had a limo.
The limo left us. We got left, so we had to get a taxi to go over to January's, which is the next spot. And I was steaming mad. Well, it just so happened there was 2 girls in the same taxi as we were. Oh. And these girls were fat, ugly, and swear to God, one of them had no teeth. Jim's drunk, the same guy that just ruined me, okay? So me and Wintersheimer are in the back, and he's in front with the 2 girls. I don't know how, but they were all in there. One was on his lap, and he was drunk, and we're sitting there. And he tried to make out with the toothless girl, and she rejected him.
No way.
My God.
And to this day, I enjoy publicly saying that Jim Dahl got rejected by a fat, toothless skank.
That's bad. That's the lowest of the low.
Well, his nickname was Tater.
Tater.
He became my best buddy. I made him Charlie Ann's godfather. He's good. By the way, a really good guy. Dole Plumbing in Union. But he told this pretty redhead that I was gay.
Wow.
Man.
And so she bolted? Because of that?
So then this was something terrible I did. There was this girl growing up. Her name was Lori Myman. And she
God, you remember all these names.
Okay, Lori Myman went to school with my little brother Richard. Okay. She's like 5 years younger than me, all right? Well, this same weekend that I struck out with the redhead thanks to Jim Dahl, and I needed a date to go to the Bengals game, I asked Lori Myman to the game. Yeah. Because she went to church, and I asked her after the game, and she said, sure. I said, yes. Richard found out. I felt terrible. I kind of stole like the girl that dreams of my little brother.
Oh, that's horrible.
Man. Isn't that terrible?
That is terrible. That's really mean.
That was one of the worst things I've ever done.
Yeah.
Asked out my little brother's girl of his dreams. She's married to a cop now. She's happy.
It wouldn't have worked out anyway, right?
It wouldn't have worked out anyway.
Serves her right.
We come back, more Radio Superbity. I'm going to let you guys tell some stories.
Oh, okay.
On Real Talk 1160. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. That's a real Valentine's Day song. I hate myself for loving you. Yeah. I call my wife the most non-obnoxious person I know. She doesn't like attention. She doesn't like crowds. You know, she hates that I do radio.
Oh.
All right, we got some phone callers. All right, we got, is it Prankster?
A prankster.
Prankster, you're on Real Talk 1160. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, happy Valentine's to you. Your wife sounds like my type of woman also. You better better watch me. Hey,
I will keep you away, Prankster.
better. I got a Valentine's song for you. You might want to use it in your, like Willie has his song and some of the other ones have their song. Well, I think this would be a good one for you. I'm going to put it to the phone if it's okay.
You put it up to the phone.
It's clean.
Okay.
Perry Mason?
Prankster, is this a love song?
Yeah, Perry Mason.
Perry
I know the
Mason
song,
music?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be perfect for your song?
You're saying Perry Mason?
Yes, sir.
Well, the fiber optics in that thing really work great. That's
You know, I never really cared for Perry Mason.
Hey, now let me ask you a question. Would you rather be Perry Mason or the guy that always goes up against him, the prosecutor? What was his name?
I don't know, but he always lost.
He always
that wasn't
lost.
any good. How do you keep it
I wouldn't mind having Perry Mason, but you know what? I kind of like the Bulldog song from Hey Bulldog from the Beatles. How do you beat that? And they took it away from me, Prankster. They took it away from me. Hey Bulldog. I want Hey Bulldog back.
You still have it?
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, but the segment that says Hey Bulldog, they didn't do. Anyway.
Hey, Bulldog.
Hey Bulldog.
There you go.
Is that guy on the phone?
That's that guy.
That guy on the phone. We're going to take a call.
Yeah.
Before I take his call, I got to share something with you. This is from my wife sent this to me last night. First of all, we went to bed. She said, "Hey, this is something funny." And she's like a Pinterest junkie. You know, she's like a lot of you ladies. You know, she goes through all that Pinterest stuff. Well, she sent this to me, and I said, "I'm going to use that on the air." And you know what? It is so true. We've all heard that phrase like. Get some BALLS's, you know?
Sure.
You know, a guy, get some, okay?
Yeah.
This is from Betty White. Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. And they are. I mean, we get hit there.
Yeah.
It's like, ouch.
over.
All right?
It's over.
If you really want to get tough, men should say, grow a vagina. Those things take a pounding.
Oh my God, Betty White.
And you know
All
what?
right.
Think about it.
Betty
A
White said
vagina, and they have babies. A vagina, which is the anatomically correct word for it, we're allowed to say it,
Yes.
is much tougher than a man's stuff.
I've actually heard that before.
I know, man,
yeah,
but
yeah.
isn't it true?
It. You're right. It is.
Like I've
I'm
heard
gonna-
that.
I'm going to
saying.
change my whole way of thinking.
Oh, my.
Sensible Don, happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, same to you. Say Happy Valentine's Day to Alex for me.
Aw,
She's right
hi,
here. You can say
Dawn.
it herself.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Hey,
Don.
say, and I got one question.
I got a question for you. How come you didn't leave her a Valentine's Day gift? Your sidekick.
I'm sad, Don.
It's in the mail. I don't know which one was
It's
FedEx. I don't have my
Sure.
doing.
Never show up empty-handed. That's the number one rule of Valentine's Day.
You got that right. You got that right. But the fact is, I'm smart. It's FedEx. I got somebody to blame it on. I never take the blame for anything.
Of course.
and I need the question to be asked is: all boyfriends and husbands on this day, is this their lucky day?
Yeah, you got to.
It depends.
Yeah, it's almost like a
It
required
depends.
day.
No.
It's like your birthday. Here it is. Your birthday, your anniversary. Let's go through them, TC.
All right.
Your birthday, your anniversary, New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about
Valentine's
it.
Day.
I don't know. I don't know if Valentine's Day's a shoe.
Every
Yeah, no,
man should get
someday-
lucky at least 4 times a year.
No, but you've got to do a
we-
couple of things. A Valentine's Day, you got to remember to get her something. Not
Yes.
just anything. It's got to be
I
something
got
nice.
UK
Yes, it
tickets.
has to be
I'm
something- yep, you're good.
I'm
You're a
in
shoo-in.
like Flint.
Now,
Yeah.
On an anniversary, the reward is remembering the anniversary.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the challenge. Then you get the reward.
Yes.
But, yeah,
Central
birthday,
Don, what do
it's a
you
given.
think? Do you think this is every man's day?
This should be every man's day, and those other 3 days you mentioned also, because I always remember those days. My first anniversary, I had my boss write it on his calendar, so he tell me, Don, this is your anniversary.
You know, it is true story. Just to play it safe, I do have all important dates marked on my calendar at the
Good.
office.
Good.
That's right. You better play it safe, because the day you forget and you come home takes me back to my Christmas present when I bought her an arm for Christmas.
Iron.
And I
Nothing
told
says love.
and we get the outer board next year.
I can tell you this, Sensible Don. Isn't it amazing the things that we do and go through for just absolute. I can tell you right now, women think men are dumb.
Yes.
I can tell you right now.
Yes.
I want to tell you right now. Women are dumb if they don't realize they just got to do one thing every once in a while, but not two every once in a while.
Right.
And we'll do anything for them.
Anything.
Yeah. Women know that.
For them.
Women
Then how
know.
come they don't do it?
I don't know what the problem is about. Anything. They control the world and they don't even know it.
I was talking about that before, Don. I said people think I'm this big, high-powered lawyer, talk
Right,
show
right.
host, all that stuff. Baloney. My wife
Baloney.
controls me.
Yes,
That's
and he
right.
realizes it, which is great.
And I recognize it.
Yes.
Well, you know, everybody say Bulldog fears nothing except that woman.
Hey, guess what? She removed the black toenail polish, Don.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Sweet.
So you good for the night.
Because you love her feet. She has pretty feet,
My
right?
wife has the cutest feet I've ever seen on a woman. And she ruined it with black toenail polish to make me mad. By the way, true story, Don. Every time she's... this is hilarious. She knows exactly... When she's mad at me, there goes the fingernail polish and
That's
the toenail.
right. Get it
And it's
out.
black or bright orange. I mean, the stuff she knows I'm cringing.
So
She
Bulldog,
knows.
when she's mad at you, you come home, you don't see food on the dinner table, you see fingernail polish.
Right. So what did you buy Pam today, Don?
I got a watch with a shell band. She had to have this watch by
Oh, that's
Apostle.
right.
And-
That's right. Good gift.
Yeah.
I'm on the job. I get that stuff in immediately.
Good job. Good job.
Good job, Don.
Yes.
I got my wife UK tickets for Saturday,
Oh,
courtside.
you doing the job, man.
Yeah.
You doing the job.
I'm in, baby. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in.
On the movie camera there at the arena, they will see you and her kissing. I know that's coming.
Oh,
Yes.
on the kiss cam.
By the way, speaking of kissing, isn't that another thing since it's Valentine's Day? Nobody gets a second date with a bad kiss, dude.
No,
you don't. No, you
never.
don't.
Oh, my God. Is there anything worse than a bad kisser?
No.
Oh.
My sister have come back to me bragging about this girl. Said, "You really know how to kiss?" I said, "That's good. That's good."
That's good.
Everything gets flowing from a kiss, doesn't it,
Yeah.
Don?
Yeah, it starts there. It starts
Starts there.
Hey, you
Burning those
kiss her, and then
calories.
you kiss her, and then when you walk away, she takes your hand. Oh, I did the job.
This is funny. This is funny. My wife and I remember our first kiss very differently.
Oh.
I remember it as a soft, sweet kiss. She says I stuck my tongue down her throat.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't do that.
TMI.
I swear to goodness I didn't. It was a soft kiss.
Yeah, I always remember mine. Right at the top of the steps coming out the basement. From that point on, things were good.
Ah, that's sweet.
Oh, definitely having fun.
Well, Don, happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We're holding the fort down till you get back.
Happy
I'll be back
Valentine's,
soon.
Don.
Okay, Alex. I say everybody
See
hi to
ya.
everybody for me. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Good old Don. I miss you, Don.
So did you hear about the couple who was celebrating their anniversary on Valentine's Day? Been married for 50 years.
No, tell me about it.
Husband went out to Victoria's Secret to get his wife something really special, you know. He says, want something really sheer for the special night.
Sheer.
Lady says, well, I've got this little number here, and it's
Yeah.
about $100. He says, that's nice. You got anything a little sexier? So she comes back with something. This is $300, and it's very see-through and, nice little. He said, yeah, I like that, but this is our special. What do you have? So she comes back, $500. The hottest little number, see-through, I mean completely. I'll take it. I'll take it. They wrap it up in a box. He gets home. Happy anniversary. Happy Valentine's Day, honey. Run upstairs and try this on. His wife goes upstairs. She puts it on, and she comes down the steps, and he goes, wow, for $500, you think they could have ironed it?
Oh, my God.
His visitation is tomorrow.
Oh.
Killed. No.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about that, though. Why do men want to get women,
Hey.
as a gift, these sexy lingerie?
I got to, okay, I was
Why
going to
not?
tell you my opinion
'Cause
right
women
here
don't want it.
about lingerie, okay? Lingerie, let me tell you about this. Waste of time and money.
Yeah.
I got to ask everybody this question. Why do you want to spend money on lingerie? Because as soon as you see them in lingerie, you want the lingerie off.
This is
Right.
true.
So why not skip the lingerie and go to off? That's where I am.
Yeah.
Skip the lingerie, go off.
Plus, the
gotta
women
like
want a
it.
better gift. They don't want that. Take them
Why
to dinner
not?
because that's
Okay,
that's
okay.
a gift
I'm gonna
for
give
you, not for
I'm
her.
going to give you a
Right, I'll
choice,
take you to
TC.
dinner.
Lingerie or naked?
Oh, well, definitely naked.
I rest my case.
But it's watching them remove the lingerie.
Nah, who cares? I don't care about watching. Get naked. Hey, this buddy of mine. I can't. I wasn't really close to him. I got to think of his name. He was so funny. I wonder whatever happened to him. I wasn't really close to him. He was older than me. He's like 6 years older than me, but he would like tell me stories and stuff. And he hung out like around the farm. God, what was his name? He was so funny. He was so country. And he came up. He always used this phrase called "butt naked." She was butt naked. I used to love that. Butt naked, not naked, butt naked.
Thought he had a lingerie story.
God, what was his name? He goes, Eric, she was butt naked.
Was it Bud? Maybe
No.
it was Bud.
When we come back, we'll wrap up this Valentine. By the way, Bulldog Nation member Mike liked the Betty White joke on Real Talk 1160.
Make sure you join the other guys this afternoon. Jeff, Rick the Brick, and Jay Lance here on Real Talk 1160. And now back to the Bulldog.
Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Real Talk 1160. TC, your favorite love song, favorite love movie?
Let's see. Favorite love song. I don't know if I have just one.
Boy, the women sure do love the movie The Notebook.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was
I
a
like
good
Cute movie.
I like sappy
Sure.
movies.
I like Rockford. I mean, James Garner.
James Garner.
Yeah.
Love song?
Let me think about one.
Barry Manilow, Air Supply.
Oh, no, Barry White.
One. How about this? The Commodores. You're once,
Yeah.
twice, three times a lady.
That's a good one.
There's so many good songs.
Yeah, Lionel Richie
Countless,
he had a
countless
lock
good
on
love
that.
songs. How about Dolly Parton? Here she comes again, or here he comes again. I love that. It's about a woman that really wants to get rid of a guy, but she just can't. Yeah, this is a classic country song. I love it.
Doesn't remind you of
Dolly.
flowers and Valentines or hearts or
Thank
anything.
you for
does
finding
it?
that so quick,
No
TC.
problem.
Good job. I love this. Listen to this. This is classic. Isn't that what it's all about? You know, you want to get rid of somebody and you just can't.
Yeah.
You know they're bad for you.
I don't like Dolly Parton.
No?
You know?
No. It sounds like someone's shaking her while she sings.
I
Oh, that
love
little
Dolly.
vibrato in her voice.
Here we go. Lie, no pretty lies. Here she goes.
Where are the women like this that can be that
Exactly.
easily fooled? Bum, bum,
Oh, I got a song I want to play for my wife.
Uh-oh.
Can you find Elvis, The Wonder of You?
Elvis!
The Wonder of You. Can you find that for me?
Yeah, we'll look for it.
Thank you. Don't have much time. Elvis, Wonder You. What about you? What's your song? What are your and Spencer's song, Alex?
Oh,
What is the
God.
song for you and Spencer?
We don't really have a song.
You don't?
We
10 years and no song?
I'm trying to think. It's you should
about,
call
like,
in,
movie?
Spencer. If you're listening, call in because I forget our song.
513-579-1160.
Chuck Holbrook says Tony Bennett, It Had to Be You.
Okay.
See, I'll tell you, I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I like the oldies, the good. Andy Williams, oh my gosh, what's it? Something I Heart. I played for my mom before. Oh my God, it was great. I got in trouble once someplace when I was on radio someplace else for playing a love song by for my mom and dad on their anniversary by God, what was the name of the old guy that did it? I got in trouble. It was the only time I got scolded actually.
Ooh.
But the
How about
one
The Darkness? I Believe in a Thing Called Love. You like that song? It's a good
Darkness?
song. The Darkness.
You got Elvis for me? This is for my wife.
Okay.
It's from Elvis. And it's for all you other ladies out there, too. You know, from your men. This is classic. I'm glad I thought of this. This is Elvis, baby.
I don't know.
I know you don't like Elvis.
No, I like Elvis. I just don't think this is
Listen
what
to
women
these
are
words.
craving to hear.
Listen to these words. That's right. We're guys. Everything we do is wrong. Consolation. You hope.
Yeah. We're all swaying.
Now, Alex, if
I
Spencer
do.
played this for you, what would you think?
I would like it. Oh, I
Would
do
you
like
really?
this song. Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like Elvis.
The wonder of you.
Oh.
Ooh, well, okay. We're gonna
You
let
gotta
Elvis
love
do it.
Elvis, baby. Thank you very much. Isn't it brighter when a woman smiles?
Yeah.
If she's smiling at me, yeah. Not if she's smiling at the other guy.
That's true.
Good point. Listen to that chord. Look at that background music. Whoa. Oh. God, I love this. It's hard to love the Bulldog. The wonder of you.
Aw.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
We
Number
started
one
off-
on your hit parade.
We started off the show and you were so mad, and then we're
I
talking
know.
all this lovey-dovey stuff,
you
and
want
you're
me to
so
go,
happy
You
now.
want me to go back to
No,
the rant?
please don't. No. We're all having a happy Valentine's Day now.
If you missed it, you can tune into the podcast or the
Yeah.
video cast
Yep.
of the first 15 minutes. I thought it was a pretty good rant.
It was all right. I like this mood much better now.
The mood.
Yes.
We've had, you know what? This is the first show that we did not bother with the news
Yeah.
for a long time. It was fun.
It was fun. It was really fun.
You know,
I
I
like
know
that.
I know how to carry one topic for like 6 hours. I really can do
Milk
it.
it.
Yeah.
When I have to.
I got a love song for you.
And those of you that were waiting for the morning news drive or whatever, all those news, it's on my newsletter and blog, which will be posted within the hour. I want to proof it this morning because I didn't work as hard on it as I wanted to. Go ahead. What do we got here?
You'll love this one. Loretta Lynn, Conway Twitty.
Conway Twitty.
Don't Take Her, She's All I Got by Johnny Paycheck.
Aw.
But it helps pay some bills.
Yep.
Some love doesn't turn out all that well.
Aw.
Here's a good line.
How about we should
That's
play
hilarious.
our DIVORCE becomes final today. How about this? Some of you guys out there are fighting off another man who's trying to steal your woman, all right? It's this Valentine's Day, so you're competing with that other man who's trying to steal your woman. So we got to play a song for you guys who are in that predicament. We can't play DIVORCE. That'd be bad. Divorce on Valentine's Day. But you know what? This is one of my favorites. Good choice there, TC. One of my favorites is this song is if somebody is trying to steal your... And by the way, the movie is an incredible movie. It's called... oh, my God. What's it called? Not Flavor. Oh, shoot.
Whoa.
Can't think of the name of it. This is Johnny Paycheck. Highland Counties only. I love this song. There's so many good Valentine's Day songs.
There are.
That's not a love song, though.
I know.
There's a guy begging.
I know.
This guy's desperate.
Hey, can you imagine? Please, don't take her. She's all I got, buddy.
Please.
What
Right,
kind
like
of
that
guy
would work.
does that?
No.
Grow a vagina.
Take my wife, please.
Grow a vagina.
You take her out. You spend the money.
Don't take her. She's all I got.
Take her.
Any closing
Like a man
words
would
for
listen.
Valentine's Day, TC? You want to tell somebody you love them over the air?
I love the kids. Love you. Amanda Bear, Brittany, and even Brett, too. You're not my Valentine, but a good kid. Okay? Mom, sis, family,
Mom, sis.
everybody. And don't trust the mistress.
Do you have a green water Valentine's Day?
Well, not necessarily for Valentine's Day, but we've got green water. Green water. It's not your grandfather's water. It's not even your great-grandfather's water or your great-great-great-grandfather's water. It's way older than that. Green water. Available at Queen Cake.
That's good. Alex, you got any message for Spencer?
Sure. I
The
love
love
you,
of your
Spence.
life.
I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, hun.
All right.
And to Mom and Mare and Jay. That's my family.
All right. I want to wish all Bulldog Nation fans a happy, wonderful Valentine's Day. Guys, this is your night. They owe you.
Depending.
They owe you.
Depends. This is not a shoe-in.
And also, to kind of go back to where my rant was, if you're somebody that really, really, really does work hard, I need you. Good golly. My staffing woes.
His standards are high, though.
My standards are not high.
They are high.
I just want somebody that works hard.
You kind of raised the bar, no pun intended.
Yes, raise the bar.
If you like 8 hours
You know
of sleep,
what?
he
I
can't
talk
work
to
for
these
you.
lawyers. These lawyers are. By the way, if you're a lawyer and you don't have enough work, call me. I'll give you plenty of work.
That's true.
Everybody's lawyers needing work, and law firms are suffering. Not me. I got all the work I can handle. By the way, remember, if Sensible Don runs over you with a Metro bus, call me the Bulldog.
Wow.
I think Sensible Don could play along. We could probably do an insurance fraud, like,
Oh, my God.
Don, who could we run over?
Mike's
Who will,
open.
Run
Mike's
over
open.
me,
Let's-
I'll get
let's not-
sympathy.
let's-
who will volunteer to be run over by a bus by
I'll get
you?
sympathy.
The mics are open. We shouldn't be discussing this right now.
Because it really, because months from now, it really does happen.
Let's talk about it in 10 minutes.
We remember.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Everybody out there at those colleges, that young love at UC and NKU and Xavier. Every dog has their day. I hope tomorrow is yours on Real Talk 1160.